50,000 सब्सक्राइबर्स हो गए. नाउ ऑन टू 75. मैं रुकने वाली तो हूं नहीं, तो जो लाल रंग का सब्सक्राइब बटन है उस पर क्लिक करें एंड दैट बेल आइकन नेक्स्ट टू इट. जैसे ही नया रिव्यू आएगा सबसे पहली नोटिफिकेशन विल कम टू यू ओनली यार. 2 weeks में 2 movies littered with homages, hat tips and inspirations. दोनों sci-fi, दोनों about the power of love over everything else. One I had trouble finishing, the other I know I will watch at least 2 more times. Hey all, my name is Sucharita. I'm a film critic. This is my channel where I review and talk about movies. Thank you for stopping by. Today's review is Everything Everywhere All at Once. The most difficult part of writing a movie review is collecting all the many things you feel about the film and in your head be able to consolidate them long enough to get the first sentence on paper. With this one, I stared at my computer screen for about 5 hours unable to decide which 20-25 words are best suited as an entry point into this review. But then I remembered the doomsday device in this film is a bagel, a round, perfectly balanced object which can be approached from any direction. The promise of the experience it provides stays just the same. Hence, like the main antagonist Jobu Topaki, I found my answer in the bagel. कहीं से भी शुरू कर दो. This film is a bagel. Michelle Yeoh is a Chinese-American woman, Evelyn Wang, who with her husband Wayman Wang runs the family business of a laundromat. Despite her life seeming predictable, dull and repetitive like clothes going around and around in a washing machine, we meet her during a particularly chaotic day where the business is being audited for tax fraud, her old and cranky father is visiting from China, her husband is serving her divorce papers, and her daughter Joy is insisting on bringing her girlfriend Becky to the Chinese New Year party. This is a woman split in so many different directions. She needs different versions of herself to be able to deal with each crisis that has presented itself suddenly. So, the universe splits itself open. There's absolutely no way for anyone to guess where the idea for Everything Everywhere All at Once possibly could have germinated. Like the aforementioned bagel, you can chomp into this film from any side. Okay, wait. Let me explain the bagel with a personal story. If you've ever visited the United States of America and been inside a bagel shop, you will probably know that bagels are somewhat of a subculture in that country. On my first visit to New York, a bagel was just as important a tick mark item as visiting the 30 Rockefeller Center or Central Park. And to my absolute delight, on the menu, I was presented with something called the Everything Bagel, which to me was like ordering a thali at Thakurji. सब कुछ डाल के दे दो, cream cheese, eggs, bacon. But alas, the Everything Bagel was just a regular bagel with different kinds of seeds. Why name it Everything then? Why not just call it the multigrain bagel? Does the word everything mean nothing to these people? Does anything mean anything? Should I look for meaning in words and promises at all? Essentially, I had a weirdly nihilistic overreaction to an overpriced but delicious food item. Now, back in the film, the Everything Bagel is a thing of evil created by the fabulously dressed supervillain Jobu Tupaki. Because when you claim to put everything on a bagel, it becomes the truth that nothing really matters because everything is right here on this bagel in my hand. No further explanation needed.
Mrs. Wang.
Mrs. Wang, are you with us?
To be honest, this film can't possibly be explained. Did writers and directors Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert, aka the Daniels, feel the same way as me about the Everything Bagel and wrote a whole film about how we're all stupid little humans? I don't know. Maybe. Through the terrific Michelle Yeoh's character Evelyn, the Daniels hold our hand and then time jump us into their own brains where colors and sounds, I imagine, are swirling and settling, and they are respectful of the fact that pop culture of late is oversaturated with stories about the multiverse. Most of these stories are somehow connected to the Russo brothers, including this one. Each imagination of a multiverse has its own rules and canon. The audience is probably fatigued at this point, so they keep Evelyn rooted in reality. She's tired and confused like us. The viewer is not expected to work extra hard to keep all the timelines in order. We learn as we go. Right next to Evelyn, it's deliberately simple. There are no puzzles. As her husband Wayman, played by Ke Huy Quan, explains to her precisely what's going on, the writing then uses this exposition as ammunition. He has to tell Evelyn how to navigate interdimensional travel in the middle of a fight sequence as she learns this information. So do we learn with her. We're learning to verse jump, which can only be done by doing a completely improbable action like peeing yourself or giving yourself deliberate paper cuts, or in one of the movie's more epic battle scenes, shoving an object up your butt. It's so stupid, it's so funny.
I am paying attention.
The Verse Jump, a clear nod to the infinite probability drive in Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, is one of the many tributes to the greats who have inspired the Daniels. As far as books go, Hitchhiker's Guide is there somewhere. Then there's Dr. Seuss, Persepolis, and more, I'm certain. The Matrix movies now by the Wachowski sisters and the masterclass that they are in world building are an obvious influence throughout this film. In one of the parallel universes, where Evelyn pursues her hopes and dreams and becomes a movie star, she is shown meeting Waymond, who she never married. They're both discussing what life might have been like if they were together. The dialogue, the framing, lensing, edit, color, all of it is In the Mood for Love by Wong Kar-wai. The gorgeous scenes keep appearing throughout the film, and they give a much needed pause for reflection in a movie that is so manic. Stanley Kubrick, Steven Spielberg, homages इतने छोटे कि narrative की copy ना लगे, पर इतने significant that the love is palpable. Great balance.
I'm here because we need your help.
Very busy today. No time to help you.
Before I continue, here's a little reminder to subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon so you can get all the notifications. Every tiny little joke in this film has its own little arc brought to completion. Evelyn's husband Waymond is a simplistic man who likes to play with googly eyes. Now these googly eyes become eventually the mirror image of the dreaded everything bagel, showing Evelyn the path to enlightenment. Similarly, in the movie, there is a running gag about Ratatouille that transforms into an allegory for life as an immigrant in America, I thought. A throwaway moment about perfume, there's a sex dungeon, a lady with a dog, a hand brace. The writing is meticulous and every scene is perfection. And after you see through all the absurdism, Everything Everywhere All at Once is a movie about generational and cultural gaps within a family. Every single one of us at some point in our lives have felt that we live in a different world than our parents in the way we experience life. This movie translates that sentiment literally. What if we were in different worlds? Will the grass be greener on the other side? Also, the Daniels have put together an excellent cast to tell their story. Jamie Lee Curtis is the IRS agent auditing Evelyn and Waymond's laundromat. Her name in this film is Deirdre Bobedra. Last name, I assume, rhymes for comic relief, but her first name, perhaps, comes from the legend of Deirdre of the Sorrow, a mythological Irish woman who lived without love. In a parallel universe where Deirdre is even a bigger menace than real life, the only way she can be stopped in that universe is if Evelyn tells her that she loves her, like she means it. Naming her Deirdre is clever and well thought out because even in this stuffed maximum film, not one detail feels unnecessary because it's not. Through this unhappy looking accountant, Evelyn, and also with the help of her husband Waymond, she finally understands the meaning of life, universe and everything. That when you treat people with love and kindness, things begin to sort themselves out. Only love can pull you back from the precipice of darkness. It is stronger than any emotion. That is essentially what the film is about. Even if you don't actually hear the words, प्यार से ज़्यादा खूबसूरत कुछ भी नहीं है दुनिया में. वाह, क्या बात है. Do not miss this deeply moving, feminist, inspiring, intense, and yet light-handed, mind-boggling film at a theatre this weekend. Nope, Jordan Peele की picture वो आके चली गई पता भी नहीं चला. ये वाली मिस मत होने देना.
I am really good.
I don't believe you.
So, on a scale of 1 to 10, Everything Everywhere All at Once is 30-40 things I must have still not realized while watching. सारी तो यहाँ पे mention कर भी नहीं सकते, possible ही नहीं है, पर आप देख कर आओ, फिर comments में हम discuss करेंगे. जाने से पहले subscribe to the channel please. This week we're also talking about Ali Abbas Zafar की जोगी, starring Diljit Dosanjh. वो Netflix पर आई है. आ जाओ.